Okay. Highly respected parents, um, good afternoon to all of you. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmed Hilali, and I'm going to be the AL English teacher for primary 6, inshallah. So I guess that we are going to be only 4. So let's start. Well, yeah, okay. So today we are going to talk about the new syllabus, the new main syllabus that will be taught in here in St. Joseph International School. And inshallah, it's going to be Oxford Discover 6. So today we are going to discuss or attempt to answer some questions regarding this book. Well, first, why did we choose Oxford Discover curriculum, and how will we teach it, and how will we use the booklet, and finally, we will talk about the stories that are going to be taught to our kids this year. Okay, so we chose the Oxford Discover books because they have a variety of activities that can help our kids. Like in every 2 units, they are starting with a big question. In these big questions, they will fulfill the kids' curiosity. So they can think about life around them. They can think about the earth, how the world goes. They will think about economy. They will think about science, maybe math, maybe some, some rules of physics. So everything related to their actual life will be asked in these big questions. And if you can see in here, they will try to answer these questions through research. In here, they will learn, they will research through reading, through writing, through listening, through all the skills of the language, and also the other skills that is required for them to be, well educated, to find a good career path, maybe after they finish school and college, and beyond that, to find a good career for them. Okay, so in this big question part that we will have in the beginning of every 2 units, we will tackle the language skills, and they will also be supported with grammar syllabus, like a respected grammar syllabus, and also they will, develop the listening, the speaking skills until they achieve fluency or native fluency. Also, with this book, there is a big variety of exercises. They can be found, online. They can be found through videos and discussions. They can be found, via many ways. All right, what else? This book also, the text in this book, as you can see in here. So this is for example, the earthworm and the spider. So it's a fictional story, a fictional story. And also you will find many non-fictional stories or non-fictional topics in general. Like in the previous unit, in here, if you can take a look at this part, they will be talking about tunnels and bridges, how they are built, how they are done, and the kinds of bridges, a suspension bridge and whatever. So they will be taught many things that are related to their lives. Okay, so this book, it has a unique methodology which combines a native speaker approach of inquiry-based learning. And, they will also have a controlled grammar set, like a fixed group of grammatical rules that will help them acquire this native accent and fluency that we are looking for. And also, if you can see in here, we have some authentic fiction and non-fiction text. And every topic, it will be discussed over 2 units with 1 big question. Okay. So I guess this is it, talking about the book. Why did we choose this book? Because simply it tackles the 21st century skills, all the skills that will help our kids to be, better in the future, and not only to speak English. It's not just about English. So they will learn about maybe math, maybe science, maybe physics, maybe engineering, many other topics in English that will help them acquire the language, and also will help them to have the necessary skills that they will need in the future, in the college and in their career, inshallah. Okay. After that, how will we deal with this book? So unlike last year's book, this book, inshallah, every 2 units are going to be covered. Every unit is going to be covered over 2 weeks. Like, this book is, it's very rich, and it has many skills that are required for our kids. So in the first week, we are going to go through the reading part. So we will talk about the big question. We will talk about the pre-reading. In this part, in the pre-reading part, they will learn some technicalities in reading, like the author's purpose, like the elements of a story. So these things will help them with the preparatory stage, it will help them with the secondary stage, and it will help them understanding literature in general. Like, what will they do next year, inshallah, with the novel, with drama, with poetry? So in this part, the pre-reading part, this will help them greatly in understanding all of these aspects. And also, we will cover the reading part and the post-reading part, which is usually like a comprehension. So they will get another passage or another text, which is similar to the original text. The same skills, the same vocab, the same, literally like elements, but it's a different one. So we will measure how much they have understood the skill set that was provided for them. And over the next week, the second week, we will cover, inshallah, we will cover the grammar. We will cover also the listening. And by the way, this book has a very, respective, it's like a very rich listening passages, and also the speaking skills and the spelling and the writing, inshallah. And also, by the way, the writing is related to the text. So whenever they are going to go through the writing, they will be revising the stuff that they took the last week. So with the writing, it's going to be covering, many parts that they studied with the reading in the previous week. Okay. And in here, I have some examples from the book. Like, as you can see, in here, the big question is, what is Earth made of? So in here, are we talking about geology? Are we talking about rocks and metals and minerals that are found inside the Earth? Are we talking about the gases that we can smell or breathe in? So we will discuss all of these things during the first session in this unit, talking about geology in general, talking about what is the Earth made of. So they will watch a video, they will learn something new via research, they will write something, they will read about something, and also they will present, they will make a presentation to like show the class their findings. I made a research on Google or whatever, and I found that the Earth has like 5 layers, for example. Okay. And also, if you can take a look at the other page before you read, you will see that in this blue box, you can find the technical, literary aspect that we want the kids to learn. Like in here, in this unit, they are going to learn how to evaluate. like I have a piece of writing and I need to evaluate it. So we will talk about this also. And many other aspects in writing and in reading, like skimming, like scanning, like the author's purpose, like the author's point of view, many things that will help them with the prep stage and also in the secondary stages, inshallah. In here, we will go through the reading part, which, as you can see in here, inside our planet. So this is a non-fictional part, and it's going to be a scientific part. So in here, we are talking science, we are talking about geology. And in the last part of the reading, you are going to, the kids are going to go through the comprehension part, which we will go through everything one more time. Like in here, evaluate. If you can take a look at this part, evaluate the text and fill in the organizer. So they will try to evaluate what they have just read. Over the next week, they will start with the grammar in use. As you can see in here, we don't have a fixed grammatical rule. No, they have drills. Like in here, there is a little conversation between these two characters, and through this conversation, the kids are going to take out or figure out the grammatical rule themselves. And after that, the listening with some questions, and also there are more questions on the listening and speaking parts in the workbook. And in the speaking in here, it's also tackling, a specific skill. Like in here, for example, in here, conduct an interview with your partner. So in here, they are going to learn how to ask questions, how to respond to questions via making an interview. So this is the speaking part. All right. So in here, we are going to talk about the booklet. And of course, the booklet, all in all, it has been changed. So it's an all new booklet. As you all know, the booklet, it can be used inside the classroom. It can be used, at home time, homeworks and assignments. And also it has a part of model exams and quizzes. So it's going to be like an ongoing assessment process through this booklet. So in the booklet, our kids can keep up and they can answer a variety of questions inside the class that can be done in a group, that can be done in pairs, or the kids can do them individually. All right. And the last part, we are going to talk about the story. And the stories for this year are going to be The Magic Brocade in the first term, and Beauty and the Beast, it's going to be in the second term. And of course, these stories also are taken from Oxford, and they are in level 5. What is unique about these stories is that they don't focus that much on the literacy elements. Instead, they are focusing on creativity. So with the Magic Brocade, the Beauty and the Beast, the kids are going to another words to imagine how the story will end, to imagine if we had a shift in the events, what would happen. So as you can see in here, these stories take children from familiar, predictable events at home and at school into the less certain realms of fantasy. So they are all non-fictional, and they are all tackling creativity and critical thinking skills. Okay. So I guess this is it for today. I hope that I have covered most of the parts that you wanted to learn about, and I hope that I have answered some of the questions that you may have. It has been an honor, ladies and gentlemen. Well, yeah, thank you very, very much. and looking forward to seeing our kids soon, inshallah.